Just outside a small town, on a night covered with gray clouds, the abandoned mental hospital was rising dark and eerie. The townspeople couldn't forget the horrifying events that happened there years ago. However, a group of curious young people was determined to explore this gruesome past. One of the youngsters, Jake, opened the hospital's door with his friends, finding a chilling silence inside. The corridors were empty, but gradually they felt guided towards a room where they would encounter the ghosts of the past. Upon entering the room, the walls were filled with horrifying experiments echoing the screams of former patients. A radio started playing an old music piece, but the music distorted on its own, transforming into real screams. Shadows on the walls began narrating the terrifying memories of the past. Jake and his friends tried to escape in panic, but the corridors seemed to have a will of their own, directing them towards their destination. Upon entering another room, the door suddenly closed behind them, trapping them inside. Despite their efforts to open the door, they felt a force pulling them inward. The room filled with a gloomy atmosphere, old pictures on the walls, candles flickering next to departed souls, and a strange journal filled with symbols captivated the youngsters with a haunting fear. As Jake flipped through the pages of the journal, he discovered a dark magic containing plans of an old mental hospital to conquer the world. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared in the middle of the room, the ghost of the hospital's past doctor. His eyes glowed with a red intensity as he walked towards Jake, while the other youngsters watched in terror. Jake desperately researched the journal to stop the magic. At that moment, a peculiar sound was heard from the corner of the room, drawing the attention of the entire room. It was the ghost of an old patient rising from the grave. The patient turned towards the doctor's shadow, stopping him. However, instead of saving the youngsters, this action unleashed an even greater dark power. That night, the town was dragged into a nightmare. The spirits of the mental hospital formed a terrifying army, capturing the townspeople one by one. Jake and his friends helplessly watched in the center of the town, as their own discovery had unleashed their fears and destroyed their town.